Anticipation is over and the 11th PartyCasino.com Weber Cup is about to get underway with the first of the weekend's Team Baker matches.
And it will be the World Championship Masters champion, Chris Barnes, leading off for Team USA, frame number 1.
Oh, and he's left a rather awkward looking split there to start off with. Not ideal for Chris Barnes. The old TV cameras coming back to haunt him again.
Well, after all that practice, he bowled a ball that seemed quite slow for his style, and he's left the 4-6-7 split, which could well be an open frame.
And it is.
Well, come on, Europe.
Yeah, his record speaks for itself, doesn't it?
European captain, the two-hander, Osku Palermo from Finland.
And that's the perfect start. Captain's example from the Finn.
Yeah, he's put himself in the number 1 slot, the strike maker's slot. He'll be bowling frames 1, 6 and 10.
Over to Tommy Jones now for the USA. After the open frame from Chris Barnes. Oh, a bit heavy into the head pin and leaves one up.
I almost cannot believe that, nor could Tommy Jones. A perfect looking shot right in the 1-3 pocket. Fabulous rotation, hit really hard and left a 7 pin. Number 1. He should go hard and straight for that corner pin.
And no mistake with the spare. And a big advantage again for Europe, particularly if they can strike out again in the second frame. A long way to go.
Has some great success as well. His nickname is Major Mika because he's won 2 of the major tournaments in the USA, the US Open and the US Masters. He's accepted as one of the top players there. Too high through the headpin. That looks as though it's going to be a split as well, a 4-7-10.
And that's just the change of fortune that the USA were hoping for after their start.
It could be an open frame, and that will even the game up, 1 open frame each. Likely just to be 1, and is only 1.
It is an open frame. Out there in front of this Partizan home crowd in the Barnsley Metrodome. But they love coming over, they love playing this event. And they love the setup here with the crowd on either side of the lane. Really intimate atmosphere. Now, Tim Mack. Can he pull America back into this? No, he can't. He's left a split as well. Well, things really not going well at the moment for the USA.
I can't believe that stood up. The ball was slightly high on the headpin. Yes, we accept that, and so does he. But to leave the 4 and the 6 pin. These brand new pins are really heavy. They're having a bit of trouble knocking them over. This likely to be an open frame as well.
And it is. Nice attempt, actually. But didn't quite make it. And a second open frame for the US.
Wow.
Best of 33, remember. In simple terms, the first 17 wins the Weber Cup. Now, here's a player who's been informed, Don Barrett.
Ranked number 1 on the European Bowling Tour.
Oh, and he's left up the 10 pin.
Cracking shot, wasn't it? Right in the pocket. That 6 pin just jumped around the 10 pin and missed it totally. You see the replay, and that's the pin that just lays in the gutter there. Leaves the 10 pin standing on its own. So he too can only make a spare. This ball should go hard and straight. And does, and that's a great looking spare.
Yeah, no mistake.
Well, it's the Grandmaster, as far as I'm concerned. The tournament named after his father, Dick Weber. And if anybody needs to shoot a 300 game, I would like to see this man do it this tournament. Just been put off by the cameramen moving. He'll regroup, start again. Quick word in his ear. It's all good fun. The Grandmaster, the old campaigner of the team.
Yeah, absolute legend of bowling. And starts with a strike. And listen how well that's received. Usual reaction from Pete Weber. He really is a crowd pleaser. And that is exactly as well what the doctor ordered for Team USA.
Yeah, great looking shot. Look at the hook here in the backhand. And absolutely rips the rack. Sets up that chain reaction in the pins. Great looking shot from Weber. And you can see by what reaction he's going to get on the left-hand side of the lane. He's going to be out there all on his own.
Oh, he was very heavy through the head pin, wasn't he?
Lots of these players, the ball speed seems to be down. We saw them in practice, and they look really good. Yeah, he looks to the heavens, doesn't he? Their ball speed seems to be down. Now, whether it's just a nervous start, I don't know. But the pins are not breaking up. They're all big splits.
Yeah, confirmation of that leaves 3 up, and it's the 4th open frame.
By tradition, the Baker game's normally high scoring, but perhaps these guys think they're going to get a point for the low score. That is not a very impressive card for both sides.
And it's all about points on the board at the end of the day.
Barnes, frame 5, his second shot.
Oh,
well,
can you believe that?
A gutter ball from Chris Barnes. Did I say the best player in the world on his day?
That is a collector's item of the highest order. Quite extraordinary. And Chris Barnes has made an awful start.
Well, he's got trapped in the oil on the outside of that lane. Not the greatest shot. Looking to play the outside. He sees the funny side of it and thinks, oh no. He's going to have a shot. I guess it's been a few years since Chris Barnes has done that. I bet he's never done it on television.
It's another open frame, the 5th open frame. And only 6 scored there for Chris Barnes.
Yeah, he looks kind of troubled. The second shot where he had a chance to regroup, still didn't get up, only just made the headpin and left 6 pins standing.
I mean, we always talk about it when we see Chris Barnes on TV, but the camera's already threatening to come back and haunt him. Does have a horrible...
There's things to watch. European captain Oscar Palermo can only take 9, leaves the 2 pins standing. Strike on his first frame, just 9 on his second shot. Coming to the end of the 5th frame, we're halfway through the game after this shot.
Given that 3rd open frame for the Americans and a second halfway point of this opening game. Takes the spare, no problem.
Well, we enter the second half of the first Baker match with the scores not very high. Tommy Jones, or TJ as he likes to be known, 9 spare in his first shot.
It is just not going for the USA at the moment, is it?
He almost tripped the 4 pin. It slid across the deck about half an inch, and he's got the 4-9 split standing up off of a ball that wasn't too bad, but it's got to be a really accurate shot like that. Superb! Fantastic looking shot from TJ. Mr. 300 picks up the 4-9 split and a really crucial time in the game.
And that is the kind of quality that everybody has turned up to see here at the Barnsley Metrodome. That is a wonderful split from TJ Tommy Jones, and who knows, maybe that's the catalyst to launch the rest of the US team into a bit of form, because it's not been...
In his first shot, starts way left in the approach and launches that ball down the lane, and that's what the guys are looking for. They're looking to make the head pin and the 3 pin, the 1-3 pocket, and carry all 10. Great looking shot from Major Mika.
Yeah, picture perfect from Koivuniemen. That's how we stand. Advantage still with Team Europe in this opening Baker match. 2010 11th PartyCasino.com Weber Cup. Tim Mack, the USA captain, and he leaves the spare. Just thought for a second the 10 pin was going to get a nudge, but it didn't.
Yeah, the headpin came flying back across. Set up a lot of action here. Now watch this. Watch the headpin. It's going to go left off the sidewall. There it goes. And doesn't quite hit the 10 pin. That's what he was looking for. Hard and fast, and that's in the channel. And that won't count. That is a miss.
So another open frame.
That's crazy. I've seen Tim do it a couple of times on those 10 pins at crucial points. Just drops it in the channel before the pin. Stay clean. Don't do anything silly.
Again,
like
heavy.
putting the ball on the head pin.
Really heavy through the head pin there, wasn't he?
Just ridiculous, wasn't it? He really should know better than that. These pins are not being broken up by shots high on the head pin. They don't deliberately go there. They're looking for the pocket, but they just haven't got the angles and the speed sorted out. Open frame for Don Barrett.
Absolutely extraordinary. Not playing at all well. Under normal circumstances, they'd expect to lose this.
Just, well, 11 pins in front. No one seems to be learning anything.
It's almost the game that neither side want to win at the moment. Hesitation
Whoa.
there from Pete Webber.
Turned into from a bowler to a shot putter for a moment there. He's going to regroup.
Well, it's going at the moment. They may consider changing the technique to the shot put down the...
I'll tell you what's going on there, Wayne. There's a fly that's flowing around the player's area. Much like the heat of the lights. Pete Webber, strike on his first shot. Can he make it a double? It's the most important ball of the game.
No, he can't.
High through the headpin, just crossed over a bit. Leaves the 3, the 6 and the 10. A makeable spare, and a spare is good. Hang on, Peter.
Yeah, makes the spare.
Well, he's had 2 close frames. He had a strike and a spare, which makes him the best player on the European side so far. Look at that. Pretty poor scoring. Not the best bowling you've ever seen. It can only get better.
And it will do. Given the quality that's on display here.
They'll take note of what's going on in this game.
Again, that was pretty high through the headpin cast.
Seem to be getting a lot of reaction in the back end. The ball is hooking up a lot. Paul, not a bad shot there. Leaves the single six pin on its own. That should be a makeable spare. You know, Baker is not seen very much in tournaments around the world.
Takes the spare away. Well, that's going to be enough, probably, to take the victory here. Pressure on Chris Barnes. He's made a really poor start. We're talking about whether we'd see a 300 game over the weekend. We certainly didn't expect to see a gutter ball over the weekend from players of this quality. It's better from Barnes, but still leaves the spare.
It was a change of ball and a change of line. He's moved further inside, playing himself out for a spare, which he makes quite nicely in the 9th frame. His game is over.
His first non-open frame from Chris
Put his
Barnes.
thumb in the ball. Just 2 fingers, wraps both hands around the ball and rotates it like crazy. Look at the rotation on that ball.
Extraordinary power. And a strike.
He's not very happy. TJ is the last man up in frame 10 for the American side. 2 spares he's bowled so far. He picked up that 4-9 split, let's not forget.
And strikes out this time. And that should warm him up nicely for his singles match. He's first up in the singles against Osku Palermo.
Really needs to make 2 more strikes. It can only be a 155 game.
Well, there's one of them.
Yeah. Needs 1 more. And you see, look, the guys from the USA are up, high-fiving. They know it's not the greatest game, but TJ's giving them an outside chance here.
So they won't give up until it's over, and TJ's done really well here. Can he strike out for the 3rd time and give them that 155 maximum? No, he can't, but pretty close to it.
There's a 10 pin in the corner, and 154 is the final score for Team USA, which means that Mika Koivuniemen, the finisher for the European side, has got to step up and make a spare. And 8 pins, and that's all he wants.
Oh, he's left a horrible spare.
I did say he had to make a spare.
Oh dear.
He's left the 2-4 and the 10 pin off of an errant shot when he needed just to stay safe. Now,
They've won it. This is it, the big moment, and he makes it! Oh, what a wonderful split! And Team Europe take away the Baker match here, 157 to 154. But what a wonderful ending. The quality may not have been the best, Cass, in that opening game, but absolutely fabulous ending.
Well, there is actually 1 more ball to go. He's made the spare, which has given him the chance to make a score of 157. He needs at least 8 pins on this shot for a 155 and a 1-pin victory. So he's got to improve on his first ball, which only scored 7. He needs 8 pins for victory.
And gets it. 156, 154, a 2-point win in the end. But didn't they have to work for it?